And then
pop a color in the background.
Well, she was like, I don't have any place to put these. You want them in your office? I said, sure. I feel like it actually adds like more depth.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it's not just white and tan.
Well, Joe's going to be happy.
Well, yeah. I don't
Joe
know.
is happy.
Now you're going to ask what kind of plant it is. Couldn't tell you.
Plastic?
No. They're real.
Oh, they're real. Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. Stepping up in the world, being an adult here.
Did they come out of your garden?
Nope. From a friend's house.
Okay.
Hope they're not expecting to get them back. Because they may or may not be alive.
Yeah, that's the downside of having plants is you have to take care of them, which sucks.
I don't know. This one on this side looks like it might be like a parsley or something. Right here. Oh, there we go. It looks edible, but
I wouldn't try it.
No, I don't just go eat plants. And then this one here. Oh, look at that. This almost looks like a miniature palm tree. So I'm not sure what it is.
Elephant ear or something, maybe?
No, that's coated in cinnamon sugar.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good though.
Yum.
So we do have Gorilla Glue tonight.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll break in with that halfway.
Hell yeah.
Is it BYOC tonight?
Tomorrow, next week.
Next week.
Hang out. Lumberyard hangout.
Lumberyard. Yeah. Fuck.
I'm ready to rock if you guys are.
All right, let's do it.
One note on the after show, we do have a comment that came in that'll be worth reading. I mean, it's nothing that's going to spark much conversation, but it'll be fun.
Okay.
But we'll save that for the after show.
Oh, yeah.
Roger.
There we go.
Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee.
Don't forget to spend your Burkle bucks.
That was super easy.
Get it. Oh, sorry, I forgot I had to do the intro. Welcome to Off the Cut, episode 217 for Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. And although I forgot the intro, I can tell you one thing Zach has not forgotten.
That's kmtools.com. How could I ever forget kmtools.com? It is your premier place online to buy Jonathan's own handcrafted tools. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say handcrafted, but at least hand designed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. Where is it? I gotta find my bourbon blade.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Look, we all know that the bourbon blade is the greatest everyday carry knife ever invented. I do use it essentially every day now at this point, and I love this thing. It's a great example of the amount of effort and design work that goes into a simple product. Everything on it is well thought out. It's well put together. It feels nice in the hand. And that's the kind of quality you get over at KM Tools. All their stuff is super high quality because if it's in their shop, it's in their shop, which is tagline. I'm still trying to sell them. They haven't been biting on it, but we'll see. And you get to feel good about shopping at KM Tools because a portion of every single sale goes to support the Katz Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund that puts tools in the hands of people who need them. And on the subject of tools and hands of people who need them, Jonathan gives us $50 to give away to one lucky patron every single month. So if you want to get entered in our monthly drawing for that, head over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast and sign up. And then you will be automatically entered into our monthly drawing. Higher tiers get more entries, but, I actually kind of like it when the lower tiers win because it's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We like it when anyone wins.
That's true. It's always a good time just giving away a little bit of money to somebody.
Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking $50. That sounds nice.
That is pretty nice.
But what if I told you our good friend Bill Burkle over at WTB Woodworking has a brand new giveaway he's running?
What?
Right. Well, I mean, technically until I believe it's the 22nd of this month, the lifetime supply up to $1,000 bits and bits shopping spree is still going at WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway.
Okay.
But he's got a new one, and I want to be the first person to tell you about.
I mean, I'm on the website right now. It's not showing up.
Well, it's because it's not available yet.
Oh, this is breaking news.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
great. This is
Hot
inside
off the
information.
press.
I'm gonna go to Polymarket and bet on this right now. Hold on.
You should, yeah. Yeah, it pays out 100 to 1 if you can guess. If you can guess what Bill's newest giveaway is. Well, starting May 25th through July 24th. So, people, we're giving you more than a 1 month heads up. You can enter to win at WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway a 1.5 horsepower, 2 micron, not a bag, but a canister jet dust collector.
Wow. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Because, we all know the bag dust collectors. Every time they fill up, they big plume of dust goes in the air, and the bag really doesn't do much.
It's true. They should really, not to disparage all the dust collector companies, but the second you fire one of those things up, it does the opposite of what you want and just kicks a bunch of dust into the air.
It collects the stuff that's not harmful and kicks around the stuff that is harmful.
Yeah, it's like the big chips all get collected, but the fine dust that goes right to the back of your lung, that's the stuff that kicks into the air. It's not great.
Yeah. So you can win that 2 micron canister filtered dust collector, 1.5 horsepower jet. WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway, and make sure you tell them that Off the Cut Podcast sent you. But that's not it. Sorry, I needed a segue and I couldn't come up with one. But
what else you got?
Shaper Origin, 15% off select accessories through May 29th. So you got about 10 days to get on that.
Pretty sick.
Still in stores, running 10% off wood turning planks, 10% off all boards, and 50% off all slabs. But listen to this. Craig, who is making some waves today. Craig has a Craig sale June 8th through the 21st, $20 off select 20-volt ionic drive products. So we're talking the shop blower, the random orbit sander, the trim router, and both size circular saws, $20 off at WTBwoodworking.com.
Okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Head over to his website, WTBwoodworking.com, or head in store, visit Bill yourself at 390 Pike Road, Huntingdon Valley, PA.
Amazing.
Nice.
So, did you guys see the news from Craig today? Scott was texting me earlier.
I did not.
I think I did. They released their little domino killer, didn't they?
Well, we're going to call it a loose tenon.
Oh, okay.
For legal reasons, it must be called a loose tenon.
A domino killer would have been a better name.
It would be better. But I'm sure domino is probably trademarked, right?
Okay.
Probably.
So I've known about this for about a year and a half. I had no idea it was coming out. Because I saw this whole tease thing or whatever, and we got some stuff from the girl at the PR girl at Craig sent out, and she was like, "Hey, remember we have a surprise launch this coming?" And I checked it out, I was like, "Oh, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know it was coming today."
Yeah. Okay.
And so I know people are going to be asking, "Is it any good?"
Yeah.
Not used it.
Okay. They haven't sent you a trial one? Are you getting one soon?
Yeah, I'll be getting one. I don't know the exact date.
Okay.
But
Did I see if that's on their battery platform, or is it wired?
It's battery.
Okay.
They're pushing all of their stuff to battery.
Of course.
For a tool like that, I think it makes sense. You're not going to do a million of those in a day, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm going to connect at the dust collection.
These that's a good point. These cheeky MFers, though, I'm looking at their website right now, and what do they have in the background? They've got a bunch of loose tenons lined up like dominoes falling over.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They never say it, but they're insinuating it.
That's fighting words. I'm curious to hear what Festool's response to this is. This is a good woodworking beef. This is like when the game was beefing with 50 Cent back in the day.
Yeah, or P. Diddy and Notaris, or no, it was Tupac.
Tupac, yeah.
Right? Yeah, that was hot drama. Or Katy Perry and Taylor Swift.
That never happened, did it?
That's what the song Bad Blood is about.
Really?
Really?
Sure. Yeah.
No, Bad Blood's about Kanye West, isn't it?
I thought it was Katy Perry. I mean, I could be wrong.
I think
often
it's
am.
because he didn't he interrupt Taylor Swift and say that Beyonce should have won the award at some
Yeah,
show
at
a
the
while ago?
Grammys.
Yeah.
It's forever ago. It was like 10 years ago.
Bad
or
Blood
something.
by Taylor Swift was written about Katy Perry.
Oh,
the song
okay.
addresses the fallout from their once friendly relationship, which deteriorated when Katy Perry allegedly hired several backup dancers right out from under Taylor Swift's Red tour.
Ooh.
Yeah. Although
It's like
I
Craig
think she
releasing
did.
a domino right there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Stay
we can
back.
spin any episode into pop music talk.
We did a good job of it last week, so yeah, why don't we just
yeah.
keep that ball rolling?
So this episode, the one where they buy 101 Katy Perry singles.
Loose
I wonder if
tendons.
it'd be nice if we could see what the click-through rate was on podcast show titles, because I'd be curious to see if that one was higher than normal.
Yeah, I don't know. But so what they're calling their domino the Craig Edge, which let me just say, terrible name.
Yeah, not great. Not great.
Like, okay, a drill. That tells you what the drill is.
True.
Biscuit joiner tells you what that is. Like,
That's a good point. There is no description. But again,
Edge Joiner might have been better.
sure. The
Yeah.
Craig Edge. What is that? Is that a track saw? Is that like a circular saw attachment?
It
Not
sounds
a
like
good
you're doing
name.
edge banding.
yeah.
Well, that too. Edge bander. Is it
True.
like a trim router that's going to trim off edge banding? I don't know.
True. Good point.
They do
But
have
yeah.
very competitively priced though. $4.99. That's not
$4.99.
bad.
With
That's
a
a-
battery.
That's
You get
with
a
the
battery?
battery?
Yeah, with a battery and charger.
Wow.
No, it says tool only for $4.99.
Oh. No, $4.49 is
complete-
tool only
I see complete kit for $4.99.
Okay, so
Yeah.
$50 more for a battery. That's still pretty good.
for a battery and charger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a 4 amp hour battery pack and the charger.
Okay. I mean, look, I'd like for it to be good because you could buy 4 of those for what it costs to buy a domino.
Right.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like it takes much to make a decent one of these. Like, it's just a drill bit that comes out and it's wiggles back and forth, right? So it's just about the
Yeah.
precision of that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing is if the precision is off, the
Yeah.
tool's done.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I wonder how much slop can glue tape up? You know what I mean? Like, how precise does it need to be?
I think it's like 1/128th of an inch is your glue line typically.
Is your glue? Yeah. Okay, that's pretty precise.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you guys have probably used a biscuit joiner in the past, where make the little slot, you put the biscuit in, and it wiggles like crazy.
Yeah, there's a
right?
good bit of play. My assumption was always that the biscuit swells up once it soaks up all the glue.
See, my biscuits are always really tight whenever I put them in.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
I always have the opposite problem where I can't. Some of them are too tight and I can't get them in there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with probably the manufacturing the biscuits in and of themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
If they get wet, they just go like any
Yeah.
moisture in the air, they swell up.
Yeah.
because I've got a bunch that Keith sent me. They're what's the LaMelo brand ones, and those are
Okay.
all like seem like they're all dead on. Now, they're probably a hell of a lot more expensive than just like the DeWalt or the Bosch ones that
That's
you pick
what
up at
yeah.
Home Depot. But
100%.
it's the same way that I've noticed for like with the domino. I just buy the Festool brand dominoes.
Mhm.
They're more expensive, but they always fit into the slots perfect. I've tried to buy like the no-name ones on Amazon that come in like a little like, peanut butter filled pretzel container.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I've noticed larger variances in those.
Yep. Every time I order biscuits like that, it's like they have such a variance to them. I have to like test fit each one before so that
Yeah.
I'm not doing it while it's full of glue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
they're just
yeah,
not worth it.
I don't know. I've got to imagine that as long as the tool makes an accurate mortise, that
And that fence doesn't move. It's as
Yeah.
long as that's tight.
yeah. But I thought that Festool had some like patent on that whole
I'm
technology.
sure they do. I mean, maybe it's expired. Maybe they found a way to create a similar hole with using a different technique.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to try it for sure.
Maybe
The patent is set to expire June 26.
Of this
Wow.
year?
Yeah.
That's next
Oh,
month.
maybe that's it.
When's the coming soon on this thing? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know the launch date of
Yeah.
this.
I bet you it's as soon as that patent expires. I wonder what the legality around that is. Like if
Like marketing a product before.
yeah, exactly. Like if you've infringed on somebody's patent, but you don't technically release it until the patent is expired. Is that okay?
Well, I think they're not saying they're not listing anything here that would infringe upon that patent. Like they're not talking about how it works
yeah.
or anything like that. So right now it's
Yeah.
speculation, and then once it gets released, it's too late.
There's no videos of the mechanism working or anything like that.
I know.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
Interesting.
The
And
only
that-
thing that makes me apprehensive is I would just be having to get into another battery platform.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to be getting into another battery platform. Well, I guess not, because the whatchamacallit, the Domino, you can get a corded one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's true.
But, I hate another battery platform, but if I needed a Domino,
Yeah.
I would much rather have another battery platform and an extra $1,500 in my pocket.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
Derek, do you have a Domino?
No, I don't. I've considered getting one several times for several projects, but stopped short because it's a little much to
Yeah.
get for one
Yeah.
project, and
Yeah.
then not know that I'm gonna need it again. But like it keeps coming up enough that I'm like, maybe that's something that might be one of my next tools. Like I might pull a trigger on it. But this one at $4.99, like if it does the job, that I would go that route for sure. I would go the Crow route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like, listen, I hope it's fantastic because
Right.
the three of us have always said, I love when another company can make an incredible product because it forces both people
Yep.
to compete, both people as in companies, to compete against one another to push each other to make a better product. Like,
Exactly.
I don't
Absolutely.
want a monopoly in any tool industry. I want everyone to be forcing the next company to make a better version.
Well said.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
this would be perfect for you, Zach. Is like I think it would be interesting,
Yeah.
is because I know you don't do as many woodworking projects now, but like if you're like, boom, I want to make a desk and you want to do some quick joinery, like, dude,
I
all
know.
day you would do this.
I mean,
I
you
think-
can figure out how to put a Game Boy screen on there and play games while you're doing it.
I think if I do need to do any like tenon joinery, this would be a pretty easy purchase for me.
Scott was funny when he was texting me earlier. He was like, you know that the day this releases, every single person in our space is going to be making a video about this.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. That's gonna be annoying, but what are you gonna do? I'm curious to see how Festool responds because they could cut the price on the Domino.
Yeah. Be
I'm
competitive.
sure. I'm sure they have pretty healthy margins on that $2,000 tool, right?
I mean, I would imagine that's pure
Yeah.
speculation, but I would think so.
Yeah.
And I don't know, $4.99 with the battery and charger, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Get you
ain't
in the door.
bad. Now, I would certainly pick this over the Mortise Mate thing, which is like the thing that you put your drill in and you jam it back and
Yeah.
forth.
Oh yeah.
What about a
But-
Panto router?
The Panda router would be sick, but that's wildly expensive. Have you seen a
Yeah.
Panda router, Zach?
No.
It's you basically you take like a full size router motor, it's on its side, and you have this like lever that like traces these like patterns.
Oh wow.
It's really cool.
Yeah. I kind of see how it works.
It's a
That
few
looks like a
$1,000.
That looks like an awful lot of setup, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's something that like you would set that up and be batching things out.
Yeah, that's like if you're gonna make like a bunch of chairs or something like that, and they all connect together in the same way.
Right. And like so like the one you're looking at, how much is it? Like $2,500?
They annoyingly don't make the price very obvious on their website. Buy now. Yeah, $2,700.
Yeah, right.
2,650.
Very expensive, very
Yes.
specialized of a tool,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So this is what it is. But interesting
Exciting.
that this is coming out, and
I know. I
I'll
do
be the
like a new
first one to
tool
let you
release.
know.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
exciting.
I mean, I guess it's not a new category of tool, but it's still exciting that
Yeah.
something's coming out.
Hmm.
Cool.
I'll be the
Well,
first
to give
one
it
to let you guys know.
perspective, the Domino, the Festool Domino battery powered one, goes for $1,279.
Okay.
Is
That's
that
cheaper than I would have
DFC
thought.
battery?
500. I don't think it comes with the battery though. I'm trying to find that information right now, and I don't see where it says it comes with the battery.
Wait, so is the battery powered one cheaper than the other one? I was looking. No. Is the battery one cheaper?
Yeah, it is. Like the corded DF 500 is $1,359, and the corded DF 700 is $1,849.
Okay. I guess the big one, the corded one's a little bit more powerful. Maybe it cuts quicker.
I don't know.
Maybe. They're both.
But I
DF
think once you
500s.
add the price of the battery and the charger and stuff, that
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. If it
I don't
doesn't
think
come
it's
with it.
out yet though. The cordless one, technically, I don't think you can buy it yet. So maybe that's why?
Maybe.
Question mark? I don't know.
Yeah, because I can't. Like it says to go find a dealer.
Right. Interesting.
There's supposed to be a festival tool released today.
Maybe they delayed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they're like, we need to
It was supposed
readjust
to
our
be
price.
Like 6 o'clock.
Interesting.
If I go to Festival USA, can I figure out, is this going to be breaking news? Doesn't seem like it.
No, I don't see anything on here.
Well, enough. Oh,
Interesting.
okay. Oh, yeah. You're right. The Domino with the, it says that it's available June, the cordless one.
Okay.
It does not come with a battery.
It does
So that
not
would be
come with a
add-on.
battery. Yeah, you have to buy that separately. But well, enough tool talk. You guys been up to anything
It's a
fun this
woodworking
week?
podcast. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I mean, I
Didn't
feel
listen to
this
Steve
is probably
Perry.
the most woodworking talk we've done in a while. It's good.
That's why we had to get away from
it. True. Oh man, I've been editing today.
Me
the
too.
last couple of days.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm actually in an annoying situation. I mean, maybe I shouldn't disparage the sponsor, but I'm waiting on approval. I have a YouTube video that's finished, ready to go. It has been for actually like 2 or 3 weeks now, which is really ticking me off. And I killed myself to get the sponsor integration done really quickly so I could get it out as soon as possible. And they're just dragging their feet on proving it.
Oh,
Yeah. Has this ever happened to you?
Oh, yeah.
And there's this thing. So in every contract, for people who don't know, this is some good inside baseball. In every contract, there's a auto approval language. So if the brand takes more than 72 hours in order to respond, then technically I can just post the video without their approval. But it's like, you don't really want to do that at the end of the day. You don't want to alienate them. There's also a bunch of they're supposed to send me a vanity URL and all these things, which I don't have, right?
Yeah.
So it's I could post it, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very nice thing to do. Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where if they want me to do a vanity thing, I will find a way to just say check out my special link in the description.
True. There is
in the video, but then in the description, I'll do whatever /STC or whatever the hell it is.
But I don't even have even if I've done the integration, everything's done. I did kind of say it like that, right? Like I said, just check out my special link down in the video description. But I don't have that link. So even if I wanted to post the video, I none of the traffic, I wouldn't be able to effectively drive any traffic with the CTA call to action.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ever thought about just making your own?
Just making my own.
Yeah. Like a Bitly.
Special link.
Like a
just be
Bitly?
here's the impressions
True.
or whatever.
But I don't even know where they want me to point it at, right? I could make my own.
Oh, so yeah, you're saying like, are you pointing it to their main website or a specific
Exactly.
sign up page,
Yes.
or
Or
like,
is there like
yeah,
a discount code or something like that?
right. See, this would be something where I would just reach out to Brianna, whoever you work with at Influent, and just be like, hey, I'm going to be posting the video in 24 hours, regardless of if I have the link or not.
Yeah, I mean,
But you don't want to be a dick about it.
I've had that
Yeah.
conversation with my person, but it's like even she's like, well, you're well within your right to go ahead and post it, but it's like it's not,
You don't want to burn a bridge if
don't
you
want to burn a
foresee
yeah.
working with them again. Right?
Exactly. Like I like the product. I would be happy to have them sponsor other videos in the future, but
then the problem is it's you, and then it's Influent, who is your agency. Influent is then probably contacting another agency who is then probably contacting this brand. So you basically have like 4 layers of people that
Yes.
are trying to communicate to make this happen.
yes.
And it's a holiday week, right? Like I know like a lot
Yeah.
of people in the US, a lot of people are taking time off. The Memorial Day is on Monday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you might be battling that as well.
Maybe.
But
Regardless, I want you to get the video out, and I'm kind of disappointed that I had to sit on it for.
what video is it? Xbox?
No, it's my panel speakers.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I've been sitting on
I've heard
that.
about
That
them
video has been
forever.
done for a long time now.
That's
I've
what
had
I
that
thought.
like sitting in my inventory for 3 or 4 weeks, which I'm not happy about.
All right. So you've had the video done. Have you been using the speakers a lot?
Oh yeah, every day.
Okay.
Really?
Honest rating on the speakers. Is it a 10 out of 10?
With the way I have it set up, I would say like 9.5. I mean,
Really?
I don't want to say 10 out of 10 because there's always room for improvement, right? But definitely best sounding set of speakers I've ever had connected to my computer.
Okay, so it's
Interesting.
better than like the clear and walnut ones that you've made before.
Yes, definitely. And there's
Really?
a very, I think, so I'm always reluctant to put comparisons in videos where, like I play one speaker, play another one, because people are like, well, it gets kind of, I don't know, distorted by my own speakers. But I think even in that comparison, you can hear that the new speakers are clearly quite a bit better.
Interesting. Because so obviously the speakers themselves made out of different materials and different, let's just call it technology, just to all encompass like
Completely different design.
shape, size, design, everything like that.
Yeah.
They all have different technology. It's not just that it's a different tone, or what's the word people, is it timbre? Is that
I guess. I don't even know what timbre really describes, but I've definitely heard people use that word before.
It sounds like a good word. Right?
Yeah. Let's pretend it is.
Great. Is it a different timbre, or is it like, oh, this one has way more like range and
That's
is
a
it
good question.
preference, or is it genuinely better?
I think genuinely you'll see so I bought that fancy microphone to measure it. So I can say objectively, like it is better in that it's a flatter, more accurate sound.
So you're not having if you look at an EQ graph, you're not getting tons of dips and valleys. You're getting
exactly. You get a
smoother
relatively straight line. Any especially recording in an untreated room, you're going to have dips and valleys. But compared to the old speakers, it was a much more flat and consistent line. And I would say subjectively, just from listening to them, there's a level of like clarity that you don't get. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's like individual sounds are much clearer, and things don't get as mixed together, if that makes sense. Yeah.
You would say everything was bonded very well.
Yes, I would.
That's my segue, Deric.
Are we transitioning then?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to give it a few more minutes, but that's cool. We'll go ahead and do it now. Yeah. I got to, flip a couple things here. Jump the gun on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But whenever you're working on a project in the shop and you put in the hours of effort measuring, cutting, and sanding, last thing you want to do is for your project to fall apart because the glue didn't hold. That's why we each carry Gorilla Glue in our shops for various purposes. Be that they're traditional wood glues, your super glues or CA glues, or the original Gorilla Glue. It's all handy, all dandy. We use it in the shop. It dries to a natural color, is less yellowing too, cleans up with water, is non-foaming, and that bond is actually stronger than the wood itself. You know, the Gorilla Glue I've been using in my shop on some of my projects recently, and I gotta say, it's nice. Like it's good and clean. I don't have any issues with it as far as like drying to like a funky color or stuff falling apart. That didn't happen. It works great. And the epoxy, they have that 2-part epoxy, which is great for like filling in knot holes and stuff like that, because then I can just squeeze out just enough, give it a quick mix, drop in maybe some black if I want it to be black, put it right
sets
in
in
that
5
hole.
minutes too, right?
Yeah, it sets really quick. Yeah, 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
We're good to go. So I like that. I like that epoxy for that use. And
watching this video, this very elegant video that you've generated for
Well
YouTube,
played, Deric.
it was it reminds me of a good wood trick where you use a little bit of CA glue to effectively act as the clamp for wood glue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
a good trick.
And you can do that with Gorilla Glue. You can use a little Gorilla Glue CA glue, a little Gorilla Glue wood glue.
Wood glue, yeah.
Instant bond.
And something I learned. If you have any questions about their products, you can go to their website, and they have an AI Gorilla agent there.
No way, really?
Do they
Answer
really?
Any questions? They do.
What?
So you can ask it all about their products, and it'll answer any questions about the products.
What URL would I go to, Deric?
It's just, you can you can start off by going to GorillaTough.com/offthecut and get yourself started there with some wood glue. Check out their Gorilla AI. That's GorillaTough/offthecut. GorillaTough.com/offthecut. That'll be in the show notes if you need it.
Heck yeah.
But, yeah.
Right on. So back to the speaker thing.
Yes.
Really? It's that good? Like, come on. It's like,
I think
it's foam.
I know, right? Well, it is kind of interesting. Like,
did you add a subwoofer with it?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So that is the one kind of catch to it, is that like they do suck in the low range. I had to go to some effort to make them better. You know what I mean? Like they're very good in the mid to highs, and then the low completely sucks.
So
and
they're
a little
cut off, like 2,000 hertz, 5,000.
No,
hertz?
lower than that, like
okay,
300-400 hertz, something like that.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
Huh.
It's just, it sounds, maybe it's more like 500-600. It sounds weird using them without a subwoofer, kind of like tinny, like laptop speakers or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you say they're just like bigger versions of like those little laptop speakers?
I wonder. That's a good question, actually. I don't know what kind of technology goes into those little laptop speakers.
Okay.
Because I mean, space-wise, space is obviously a constraint with laptop speakers.
Yeah,
so they can't have a lot of
room to move around,
oscillation moving, right?
Yeah. That's interesting. I have seen some laptops that have little dedicated subwoofers. The crazy thing about a subwoofer is like we think subwoofers need to be big, but you can have a relatively small subwoofer. Like the subwoofer I ended up including on my desk build is, I think, 5 inches. So it's like, it's big, but it's not like huge.
Oh yeah, 5 inches is huge.
Yeah, 5 inches is plenty. You can ask my wife. It's more than enough, she would tell you, actually.
This is how it's powered, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's a power.
It's the motion of the subwoofer, not the size of it.
Yeah. It's the material it's made out of.
Yeah, I don't know, but this project did make me appreciate that. Like you were like, oh, it's foam, it can't actually sound that good, but it kind of made me appreciate it. It's like maybe the materials don't need to be expensive in order to get a good sound out of them, you know?
When you were saying that, it reminded me of my my high school days where we like to upgrade car speaker systems and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
And I remember and I'll be curious if you guys remember this. There was one brand out there that was asininely expensive
Mhm.
that would always tout just absurd materials that their speakers were made out of.
Interesting.
That were like, I mean, it would be like a set of speakers and it'd be like $3,500.
Whoa.
Like just like your front speakers. You'd be like, man, I wish I had the money for that. You remember
Yeah.
a brand called Focal?
No.
Oh.
Focal.
No, did you get it back in the day? Go on like crutchfield.com and like
Yes,
look at car speaker stuff? Yeah, but they would have these like bananas materials that their speakers are made out of that
They made
no
out of
one else would
bananas?
make them. It's literally banana
Wow.
peels. Yeah.
Speaking of, I am going to have to redo the speaker system in my car.
Oh,
soon.
buddy, get some Focal speakers.
I might have to get some Focals. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh yeah, the FOCAL Focal car speaker.
You just build in the flat panel speakers into all of your your door panels, so all your door panels like vibrate on you.
I mean, you could actually do that if you wanted to. You could make like the outside skin of the doors into
The
speakers.
whole outside of your car, like all the panels, so your car is just like a rolling speaker.
Yeah, exactly. Probably sound like ass, but
Huh?
be
So
fun.
here's a Focal Utopia.
Oh,
Utopia.
$2,100 for a pair of speakers.
okay.
There you
How
go.
do you spell it?
FOCAL.
Oh, okay.
You think
sure it's
other
not
than like
Focal?
rattling the doors off your car, would you be able to tell much of a difference between just like normal listening to music with that and then the speakers that come in like a standard automobile built in the last couple of years?
I don't know. Sometimes I think no, and then I get in a car that has really bad speakers. And I'm like, oh, this sucks. This is actually quite bad.
The tweeter is made out of beryllium.
Oh,
I don't even know what a beryllium is.
yeah. I mean, that's a great example of why you just throw fancy materials at people and they get all excited.
And it comes with like a clear crossover and stuff.
Ooh.
A bi-ampable external crossover. What does that mean? I don't know, but it's got it. You know, they look
Yeah.
real pretty and stuff.
See, I don't know. I think there is a level that as long as your car is of like a certain trim level, like I don't think upgrading the stereo is worth it. But if you have a 90s car with the bass stereo, it's like,
Those were
maybe.
made to be upgraded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got whatever. It's not the bass audio thing, but it's like you said, on certain trim levels that you get like the Bose version
Exactly,
or the
yes.
JL audio or JBL thing.
Very
Wow.
rarely actually made by the company.
Oh
with
no.
with the name on it, right? Like if it says Bose, it's probably not actually made by Bose. It's tuned by Bose.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
I
they'll
have
just
like
be for Honda
the
speakers.
upgraded one on my Ranger.
Mhm.
And then one of my buddies also has a Ranger that's like a year newer, a year younger, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the same, like basically model year. And he doesn't have it. Dude, you cannot tell a difference between
Interesting.
them. Mine maybe has a little more bass to it, maybe. But if you're listening to music and I would hop in his car then go in mine, you'd be hard pressed to tell a difference.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Huh. I mean, yeah, I wonder. Again, it may very well be that it's just the same speaker setup with a slightly different tuning applied to it or something like that. But I'd be curious because like sometimes I know with certain trims you get you get the Bose system and it's not necessarily that they're way better quality, but it's more speakers or there's a dedicated subwoofer or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have a subwoofer in his, I think. And then mine have like the tweeters that are on like the A pillars that kind of aim at your ears, where he just has the ones that are in the doors.
Yeah.
You really can't tell that much of a difference.
I think a big thing with car stereos too is that it's like at lower volumes you're not going to hear much of a difference, but as you get louder and louder, that's when things
You don't
start
lose
to-
the clarity like you do with like cheaper ones.
Yeah, exactly. But
Like, because most people cruise around, like, let's say their volume goes to 30 in their car. Most people are cruising around at like a 6 or a 7.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, this song's a banger and no one else is in the car. You might go to like a 12 or a 15.
Yeah.
But no one's listening to their car at 30.
I was thinking about this. My TV has, I think, 200 different volume notches.
You listen to like the first 20.
I don't even, not even, I don't even like go outside a range of like 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I think my TV goes to 100, and I'm usually somewhere between like 10 and maybe if it's a quiet movie, maybe I go up to 20.
Yeah. Mine has 100, and it goes up in increments of 0.5.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
stupid.
Yeah.
That's a Samsung thing, isn't it?
Mine's a TCL.
Oh.
I keep it at like 54, and if if the dishwasher's running or something like that, I might bump it up to 56.
It's probably because the volume's in metric.
Maybe,
Yeah.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So, did you figured out what speakers you're gonna do in the car yet? You're gonna put the foam speakers in the car?
I don't think I'm gonna put the foam things in the car because that would be too much of a pain in the ass. Yeah, but I'm trying to like, do I want to do a subwoofer in the trunk? Do I want to, or is it just like, is like 4 normal speakers? 2 in the back, 2 in the front. Is that okay?
Have you thought about making this like a potential test crossover? And what I mean by that is I built, let's call it, I don't know, we're brainstorming here. I built a modern subwoofer. So you talk about like what goes into building a subwoofer. Maybe you wire up the speakers and do all that tech and stuff like that. And then you're like, now we're gonna go and shop and build the subwoofer cabinet. And you know where this is gonna go? In my retro BMW, which is a project that I'm working on. And you're going to make this like custom subwoofer enclosure that's going to go in there. So people who are familiar with your channel are going to get it hit with the tech that they love. But it's a little boop.
Yeah. I
tweak,
wonder.
like,
You could even do like a call to action. Like, if you want to hear more about the car, let me know in the comments.
I'm curious. I go back and forth about whether I should do the car content. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just keep it as like a me thing and
a hobby. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Just somewhere where I can go and like work on it. The interesting thing about working on the car too is like when I'm working on speakers and game consoles and stuff like that, I'm pretty confident about what I'm saying. I have enough of a knowledge base that I know I'm not gonna like say something wrong. Whereas with a car, I'm still learning a lot,
Give me an example.
Okay.
What's something that you would work on that you would be fine doing it yourself, but you wouldn't feel confident to make a video on it?
I don't know if this is a great example, but I am going to. Like replacing the. Well, that turned out okay actually. I had to replace all the brake lines on the car.
Great. Okay.
And it was kind of complicated. I was doing a lot of things. It took me way longer than I thought it was going to take. And I didn't necessarily know that I would actually be able to do it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know that I was going to be successful at the end of it. And that's a hard proposition to make a video about.
I understand.
Like I might get to the end of it and be like, God damn, I actually have to take this to a mechanic who actually knows what they're doing and have them sort it out rather than trying to keep pounding away at it myself.
Sounds kind of how I feel about my garage door upgrade video.
Yeah, kind of, right? Like, at least you had a million other things to
I know.
put in that video. But if it's so. And like, I just ordered I'm going to replace the valve cover gasket because it's leaking a little bit. And it's like, I'm willing to attempt it, but I'm not 100% confident that, I'm going to do everything correctly. And there might be some mistakes I have to go back and fix. And I don't know, from a logistics standpoint about making videos, I don't know if that's a good idea.
And I think, I was changing cabin air filter this weekend. Like, it's already a bitch to manipulate yourself. And this like, I want to lay down to get into that spot, but you can't. And then you get to deal with the effing camera too.
I know.
don't know. A lot of like the car videos that I've watched, they almost always have like the forehead mounted or the chest mounted
Yeah.
cams, and they're just
Yeah.
talking through what they're doing.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's
it might be
that's an
easier in that
option.
respect.
Yeah. Also, I'm working on the car in my driveway. There's like people walking by and stuff too. You're a
Yeah.
little exposed.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly running into the house to get different tools and stuff like that. If I had my, like $5,000 camera sitting out there on a tripod while I run into the house, somebody could just walk by and grab that thing.
Yeah, that camera might walk away.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something to consider as well.
I am so like self-conscious when it comes to filming not in the garage.
Yes.
Like if I gotta go to Home Depot and I just want like a quick clip of me like going up to a rack grabbing something, dude, I'm like doing all these double takes because I don't want anybody to see me. It makes me feel awkward, makes me feel uncomfortable. Like,
yeah.
Do you bring the full like camera, or do you?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone, and I'm just gonna
just
gonna prop it up on something across the aisle.
That's why I like I got the little Insta 360, and whenever I go and I shoot in like a store or something like that, it's got a magnet on the back, and it'll just snap up against one of the poles, and I can just film real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good technique. Those little action cameras are very discreet. It's nice.
Yeah.
I need to spend time with mine. I got a DJI.
Yeah.
DJI Hero.
DJI. Yeah.
What's it called? It's the
no,
GoPro
Osmo.
thing.
GoPro.
Is it
Osmo Action or something?
Action. Yeah, the action thing. I need to spend time with mine because I know right out of the box it's going to have like auto white balance. It's probably going to have these things where it artificially adds a bunch of like sharpness and like color grading to try to make it look good. I need to try to find settings that will make it as close to my GH5. Is that what I have? Mirrorless camera?
Yep.
See, everybody at home, Zach knows way more about the tech that I use than I do. I want it to look as close to my GH5 camera as possible because now when I use it, it's like obvious
that it's switching.
Way
whatever editing software you use will probably have some sort of like color match technology where you can match the two videos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is that what that balance thing means?
I don't know. I know in Adobe, it's got it where you select
Color
the video
conform?
that you want it to look like, and then you select the other video and you tell it to like auto match them.
Oh, where's that
and
feature?
It'll take the second video and it'll match it to the first one. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to fire it up and kind of dig through it. But I've only used it a handful of times for a few videos. But most of mine, like I shoot between the Canon and the Insta360, and they look close enough that I don't really have an issue with it. In fact, like Eric, were commenting on my last video on the footage in the beginning looking so good. That was the Insta360, all that downtown stuff.
Really?
Stuck that up.
That looked like a
stuff.
DSLR.
Yeah, it's outdoors. Outdoor stuff. The
Yeah.
action cameras always look fantastic.
Yeah.
It's because they can have a really low ISO.
Yeah, and that's what they're designed for. They're designed for action, which is typically outdoors.
Yeah. Yeah. Once if like your ISO gets above like 1,000 on an action camera, forget it. It's gonna look terrible.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna all look mushy and noisy and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
When I was going and getting B-roll and stuff for my video that I'm just wrapping up now, like the garage upper thing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try using my iPhone as just like some B-roll stuff. Dude, it actually looks pretty good.
Okay.
Like I might do it more.
I've done it for. It's funny you were talking about going to like Home Depot and just like a quick shot. I've used my phone for those types of shots before. Just like a POV of my hand grabbing a spray paint can. Yeah, something like that.
Funny,
I've done a lot of that in the past.
And then it makes me wonder, like, okay, you guys know me. I refuse to upgrade phones, right? Like I'm always. I've upgraded the battery on this many times, and it's just tanking. It's an iPhone 12, which is 5-6 years old or something like that.
Yeah, true. It's crazy.
So
He
like,
did the battery upgrade on that a few months ago.
I know, but I didn't do a OEM battery. because I'm not paying
Ah.
Apple all their money for their effing battery.
I thought I thought you replaced the charge port. Did you do both?
I've replaced the charge port as well.
Oh, okay.
But I got the charge port from the iFix things or whatever. What's it called?
iFix it.
Yeah. I got it from them. Charge port works fine, but yeah, the battery, it's just tanking again. So I'm like, I think it's time. And I've gotten to the point where like my phone would just freeze when I'm trying to do apps. I'm like, oh,
That's not good.
I think it's time to upgrade. So I'm like, do I get the pro iPhone thingy that has like the better cameras and stuff if I'm going to use it for like B-roll and stuff? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a write-off, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Get that cinematic view.
But you're gonna have to have a big phone. Or can you stand having a big phone?
Well, they don't make the small one anymore.
Yeah. So are you gonna go complete opposite direction? Or I guess they make a Pro that's kind of like mid-sized, right?
Yeah,
For Pro
I'm not
Max.
like the extra large one. I don't need that.
Gotcha.
I mean, you could always enter your old man era and just start carrying around an iPad Mini as your phone.
True. Although I think that don't the iPads have worse cameras?
Probably.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think they, for whatever reason, they put the best cameras in the phones.
Did you get the big screen then?
Yeah. Well, you use the iPad exclusively for going to national parks and holding it out in front of you.
Sporting events too.
Yeah.
You guys, you know exactly
Concerts?
what I'm talking about.
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People that go to out in the public with their iPad and taking pictures. Like, there's a special place in hell for those people. There's nothing worse than that. I would rather you have a selfie stick than walk around with an iPad taking photos.
Oh yeah. It's funny the cultural divide on selfie sticks. Like I've traveled around the world and it's like, yeah.
All right, so let's settle the debate. Where do you guys land on the selfie stick? First, do you own a selfie stick?
No.
I think maybe somewhere I have one for my action camera,
Okay.
but I've never used it.
I don't. Oh no, I take it back. I have like an 8-inch one for my action camera, but it's for scuba diving because it's a buoy. So if I would drop it, it just floats. Does that count?
I got one of those. It's just like a handle though. Like it doesn't do an extension. It's not really. It's just something to like.
I think to like
point stuff.
What I'm talking about is the stick that you mount your
like
phone
4
to.
feet.
Yeah, it's like 4 feet with a little
okay.
clamp on the end of it so you can put your phone on it.
So I know I do not have one, but you do, Zach, for the action camera.
For the action camera. Somewhere, yes. But I don't know if I've ever used it.
Now, are you morally opposed to them?
No, but I think I film myself so much for work that when I go on vacation, I'm never like, I need to like get shots of myself in this location.
That's kind of how I feel. Like if I'm like, I'll take pictures and videos of her.
Yeah.
And like if she was like, "Hey, let me get a picture, like a video of you here," I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." But like I'm not doing it of myself.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like the technology in phones has advanced to the point where it's not even necessary because now you have that 0.5 mode that you can go into.
That's a good point. That ultra wide lens.
The ultra wide, exactly. So it's just not necessary anymore.
True.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those.
You got long arms like us.
I want to get one of those foldable phones so that I can like fold the camera around and use the good camera to look back at myself instead of using the crappy selfie camera.
You might have just made the only selling point possible for a foldable phone.
For a foldable, yeah. I've thought about getting one before. It scares me though. I think I would damage it. The soft screen really freaks me out.
I always like in the shop and then you pull your phone out of your pocket and it's got a little bit of like sawdust on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Imagine if that was a foldable screen.
Or God forbid you're doing like any concrete work or masonry or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
You'd just destroy your phone instantly.
So I hear you. I think you guys all make very reasonable cases.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys are missing the most obvious one that all of us would do. We all did it with flip phones. We all did it with slide phones. You're going to be sitting somewhere and just constantly go, open, close, open, close,
open, close, open, close, open, close. Yeah. I wonder if you could. Some of them are big, like, or are you talking about the ones that fold, like that are the form factor of an old flip phone?
No, I'm talking about the ones that's like a small book.
Like a small
Yeah.
book. I wonder
You're
if you
gonna sit
could
there
open
and
that. I
just
think
dick around with it. You're just gonna go
True.
like this while you're waiting for something. Open.
it's
close,
just
open,
basically
close,
just a
open, close.
fidget spinner at a certain point,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we all had the thing where you had the foldable phone and you put your thumb in it and you kind of open. You like flick it back
yeah.
and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my slider phone to just go up and down, up and down,
Oh
up and
yeah.
down.
Or you
Bring
like pull
those.
it out of your pocket and you do one of those little like quick things and it would flip
Yeah.
it open.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cool. So cool.
Yeah. Derek, you know that was the move. It's you don't even touch it. You just
Like
Hello?
she's
flipping
open.
open your knife.
Yeah.
And then you do the same thing backwards when you do the wrist the other way, and you can
Yeah.
hang up by just
Or you
slapping the
get
shit out
like
of
the
it.
mad phone call and you slam it shut.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love rewatching 90s TV or maybe early 2000s TV where they're all, the cops have flip phones and they're opening and shutting them really aggressively when they're angry on calls.
Oh, you get mad on a call now. It's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
In the iPhone, the hang up sound is so non-intimidating. It goes boop boop boop. It's almost
It's-
like, excuse me.
It should make a noise on the other end, like somebody slamming down a receiver
Right.
whenever you hang up a call.
Big hard knock.
that's what
Well,
they need on the phone when you're on a phone call. There needs to be an aggressive hang up button. You
Yes.
just press it and the phone vibrates and like fire comes on the screen and on the other side it's yelling at them or something.
I agree.
And you
I
get
agree.
punched through the phone
right.
right in the side of the head.
Yeah.
Or you hang up and it says, "This person just aggressively hung up on you."
Have a nice day. Or not.
But yeah, it's like a landline where you could just boom, just slam it up against
Yeah.
something
Those phones lasted for decades too.
and build them like they used to. What I always wanted to do, and I didn't have one when I started seeing these movies, is like in the early 90s, late 90s, people would like answer the phone in really cool ways. Like, the phone would be sitting on the little thingy and they'd like bang the table and the phone would
yeah.
jump up and they'd catch it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, golly.
Put your hand
That's
down on
pretty
the back side of it, it flips over into your open hand and you grab it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that one there.
Slick move.
Man, you guys are making me want a landline now.
Good old rotary phone. That would be
Yeah.
fun too.
Well, Derek, you been up to anything fun the last week or so?
Yeah, I've been working on this little project. So I sent you all a picture of it, and that's just the prototype that I was working on earlier in the week. And it's just this hexagonal pattern and contrasting wood. So like the outside's going to be maple, and then the inside's going to be the inside will be that's a Bolivian rosewood.
Fancy.
And so I made these little 3D printed things to clip onto the hexes, and then that allows me to put spaces between them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that space between them gets infilled with a golden epoxy.
Oh.
So you're going to end up with like a white oak, or not a white oak, a maple, an epoxy line in this honeycomb pattern, and then that rosewood in the middle.
Mhm.
So my question to y'all was, that maple is going to get painted white. What's a good method to go through and keep the epoxy and the rosewood in the middle from being painted on, and then painting
Oh man, that's
the maple white? I know, it's like I got to tape it off or something.
So
But I didn't know if you had like a good suggestion, maybe.
I'm gonna
I have
go ahead.
I have an idea. I don't
All
know that it's the best idea. How big do you want it to be?
What do you mean? Oh, the
Well,
whole
like-
piece, the final piece is going to be 30 inches by 16 inches. And it's these little like 3-inch, what is this? About little over 2-inch hexes.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a bunch of them. It's just going to be on the periphery,
Yeah.
probably 9 of them coming out of the
Could
corner.
you the same 3D print jig that you're making to line them up?
Yeah.
Could you make a 3D print cover that also
to go over it?
to mask them off for when you go to do the painting?
Could. My concern then would be like the paint going under it.
Mm-hmm.
As you're
Yeah.
spraying it.
Yeah.
I feel like taping it would be a lot more effective.
Yeah. The problem is you end up with, either way, you're going to end up with like a crisp line.
Yeah.
That's going to look a little weird.
Well, I'm going to paint it white, and then that crisp line, I think I can knock down just a little bit with maybe a light sanding, maybe some Scotch pad, something like that. And then the whole thing will get like a clear coat on top of it.
Clear coat over the top. Yeah, yeah. Huh. That's tricky.
Yeah. I think masking is my best option right now. I can't think of a better option.
Even doing it with tape is going to be a little... It's doable, but it's going to be time consuming, right? To get because you have a bunch of different angles.
Well, I have a MDF template that I lay down and I cut out that recess with that all the little hexes go into. And so I think I can lay that template back down again after it's all said and done and the paint's on. And then put the tape over it and then put that template back down and use that to take my knife and cut the edges of the tape and pull all that off.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I truly think masking is your only option. I'm brain dumping here.
Yeah.
The thought is you have your maple, you round out the little recess, you put your hexagon guy in the middle.
Yeah.
You put some epoxy around it.
It's got an 1/8-inch gap. Yeah.
Right. The problem is you're going to then want to sand everything flat. So if you paint it before and then add the hexagons and epoxy and all that kind of stuff, you want to sand it flat. Now you're going to burn through all that white paint. Exactly. So you have to do the paint after you've inlaid the hexagon thing and added the epoxy, right? Exactly. Like that's the only option.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those crickets?
No.
The vinyl.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, cut out a little vinyl thing.
Like it's almost like a vinyl template. Like you're putting like a vinyl decal on a car. You're painting it and then you peel it off.
No. Although that does make me think. I have seen some people whenever they do laser work, they have like this blue film that they lay down on the wood pieces. And then whenever they go over it with the laser, that allows it doesn't leave like that smoke markers, and they pull that off at the end. So maybe I could get some of that and lay that down over it because it's kind of transparent, so it'd make it easy to cut the lines.
True.
And it would be solid, so it's not like masking tape where you got lines, layers of it going over one another with tiny little gaps.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That might be a better option.
Oh, is it called contact paper?
Maybe
Something that we used in like elementary school to do like art projects and stuff. You you'd take like shelves and you'd put this it's almost like wallpaper.
Oh yeah,
it's wallpaper, but you peel the thing off.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they make like a translucent version. So
they
do basically put a piece of contact paper all the way across it.
Yeah,
it'd be a pain in the ass. Get like your 3D printed jig of the representation of the epoxy line, pull the plastic piece down, and then take an X-Acto knife and trim around it, and then you could peel that off, and then you would have basically the negative space in which then you could cover everything with paint and then peel the contact paper off. That's an option.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little cleaner than just masking tape for sure.
It's very time consuming. I don't think there's an easy solution for this.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not a world in which you could put the hexes in at a slightly different height.
I mean, like you could, but the epoxy is the thing that's going to be like that's going to throw all that. Lapis.
Yeah.
If you go levels, what if you did? Okay, from the center, the hexagon is actually the highest point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The epoxy is the lowest point, and then the wood on the outside is in the middle. So there's an intentional height stratification.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
I don't know if it would look good.
Yeah, it'll end up being a panel that gets put into a frame for the side of a box. So I don't know the different levels would work.
Yeah.
God, okay. I didn't know if this was like a sign.
No. It's the side of a toy box is what it's going to end up being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think, Yeah, if I had a CNC or a shaper, I would have cut the hexes to perfectly fit and then not bother with the epoxy.
Yeah.
But where I'm at and the way I'm doing it, what I have to work with, the easiest way to get there quickly without a lot of headache, I think, is to do the epoxy line.
What about if you didn't use how are you insetting the how are you insetting these? Like, how did you create the relief?
You use a router?
Yeah, I used a router. So I created I took the pattern and I printed off a few pieces that then went together and created a master pattern that I transferred to MDF so I could route it out and use a guide bearing to go around the edges. And then I just cut out all the excess with that same piece.
Is there a world in which you could paint a panel white and then cut out the relief and put all the pieces in? And then, like, you're probably going to have some like tool marks and stuff like that, but you just go and touch up the white paint?
Yeah, that wasn't something considered. The only issue is the hexes would have to be the exact depth that my relief is with no excess, because then they can't sand them down. And the epoxy again would either have to sit recessed or I'd have to be okay with a slight hump on it, and I'd have to be exact with pouring the epoxy in there too.
Well, you could mask off. So get a MDF board, paint it white, cut out your relief, then mask around the relief, put all your hexes in, cast the epoxy, pull off the tape that's on the relief, which you installed before everything, and then you would have something that would be relatively clean. And if you needed to sand it to kind of like correct any small imperfections in level, then you could just touch up the MDF where the sanding occurred.
Oh, but it's not MDF, it's maple.
Why does it need to be maple though if you're just going to paint it?
Hardwood. Well, I want the look of it, and
I see.
I want it to be hardwood.
I see.
Yeah. Because MDF
is
it's like kid's toy box. MDF would it gets wet or anything like that, it's going to expand and
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, same principle applies though. Paint it first, cut the relief, then mask everything that's not the relief. Put all your parts in. Yeah.
What about and I'm thinking out loud here.
Yeah.
The hexagons aren't wood. Rather, they're 3D printed, and you epoxy a thin veneer of wood on top, and then you 3D print a shell that goes around that's white or gold or whatever, that's that border, and then you're basically just inlaying those plastic pieces because you could sand that plastic piece down.
Oh, maybe.
I have no idea if that would look good or if it would work or if it would expand and contract and snap. I have no clue.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
If it wasn't going to be a family heirloom piece, I might experiment with something like that.
Yeah.
Understood, yeah.
But yeah, this is a family piece.
This almost seems like a perfect, like this is you might be able to do it by hand, but yeah, if you had a CNC.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This would be done.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you get a CNC? Can you like go to Makerspace?
Yeah, I probably could like get away with doing it on like finding someone that's got a CNC, or just like getting the shaper or something like that and finally like pulling the trigger on that. But I feel like for my audience, which isn't like I don't have much of an audience, but to come out the gate early on with something like that in videos, I feel like would be very alienating to an audience.
Understood. But I don't think it would be alienating if you're like, hey, almost in the video, you could be like, I tried this, fail, tried this, failed, tried this, failed.
Yeah.
I really need a CNC, but I can't afford one. I should go out and like find something nearby. Here's how I got by this problem. I went out and found someone in my neighborhood who had something, and like that, this is a skill that you should as a beginner builder leverage. You should leverage the people and resources around you when you hit stumbling blocks, and not just sink money into it that you don't have.
Take my car to the dealership to get the brakes worked on. Got it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'll play with it some more.
Yeah. Yeah, let me think on that. That's interesting.
It's an interesting conundrum.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tough one.
I tell you what, patrons or listeners, if you have any thoughts, send them in.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of patrons, I think we should go over to the after show and hang out with our patrons.
We're a little over time.
Because,
that's next week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Next week, we've got something. Nice. I was gonna try to buy you a little time. Next week we're doing our live Lumberyard Hangout, which is where we get together with all of our top tier patrons and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Turn on your camera, hang out with us, grab a seltzer water.
Heck yeah.
We will be there next week. But this week, we're heading over to the after show. So if you guys want to join us over there, get an opportunity to unlock that or win that $50 gift card from Cam Tools, unlock the after show, the bonus show, and tons of other perks, head over to patreon.com/offthecut-podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. See you, everybody.
See ya.
I want to give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons.
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey.
Josh at Sawdust Builds.
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop.
Goblin Spanker.
You can't say that anymore. Bill Burkle, WTB Woodworking.
Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
RJ Russ.
Bailey Thompson.
Charles Averso.
Damon Pattison.
Bingo bango, you're done.
Zach, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I followed you.
You should stop.
Nailed it. Nailed it. All right. Well, live stream, thanks for hanging out with us. As always, we are going to go to the after show.
Let's do it.
See ya.
See ya.